probably the worst thing you can hear as a YouTuber that drives for Uber is go get a 9-to-5. That's probably the worst thing you could hear, because I tried that. You hear me? I tried that. I tried to go out and get a job at a community center, decent benefits, dealing with, people with disabilities, $14 an hour. And this was right after the pandemic. Really, you just started hearing about the pandemic. So it was like early 2020. And I got the job, and I started seeing all the stuff you had to do, and they wanted you to manage, people that can't be around children. One of them may be a klepto. And I started thinking to myself, I'd rather go back to driving, not deal with none of these hassles, being able to at least get on and off the platform and maybe make an easy $20 an hour at the time. I got to remind you, though, this is 2 years ago. This is right in the peak of the pandemic. Literally, the pandemic went down when I was at the second job, which was a group home. I left the community center literally probably 2 months in, because I realized this is ridiculous. Went to work for a group home through connections from that community center. Again, same thing. They actually gave us, during the pandemic, an extra $1. So it was like $15 an hour, not even $16 an hour. And you got to deal with elderly people that were very sickly, occasionally went to the bathroom on themselves. You got to do a lot of day-to-day stuff. And it wasn't that the average 9-to-5 wasn't steady money. I get that, but it wasn't enough. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. 90% of the jobs for average Americans that without further education do not pay enough to live on. That's why a lot of people would rather drive for Uber, because at least before wear and tear and before taxes, we easily clear more money an hour. Now, granted, after taxes and all the drama, you deal with that, but you're in the struggle. So you deal with your taxes the best way you can. Some people come out not paying any tax at all. Like in my case, when I filed for my Uber business, I had so many write-offs that I didn't have to pay anything in taxes. That might be the case for you. But there's a lot of ways to leverage that, and there's benefits to doing this stuff, because at least, it's kind of sort of a business, but telling somebody just go get a 9-to-5, stop complaining and go get a 9-to-5. In 2020, you hear what I'm telling you. In 2020, the money for Uber and Lyft was better. We didn't even have the upfront pay, but the money was better. Much better. And when I first started back in 2018, it was even better than then. So telling somebody to go get a 9-to-5 that's probably upfront not going to pay them a livable wage, is ridiculous. Now, I've even heard, go back to school. I'm a middle-aged man. I see no value in going back to school for a possible career that I will hate. No one talks about the other option you have. And every Uber driver has this option. You have the option of going to start your own business. And nobody told me this, but you should actually structure your Uber business as a real business from jump. And by starting a business that promotes multiple different things, as well as putting your Uber and Lyft money into this business, you can not only just build credit, but now you could go after like grants, loans that want to see a legal structure. Granted, I did get the EIDL as a Uber driver sole proprietorship. They normally want to see real structured LLC or corporations to get this money. It's out there, guys. You just have to go get it. Hit me in the comments. Subscribe, like, comment, click the links below, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.